The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
No, all Pokemon versus a million lions. It's a meme online. It is great.
This sounds like a song from a Galactic Kraken. What was it called? Thousand Tigers, something like that.
But I mean, there's
Army of Tigers.
Pokemon that's like the incarnation of time and space itself.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not.
It's a million lions.
They're counting it as a million lions versus the Pokemon, the non-Pokedex version, because the Pokedex version is because let's be honest, literally what would happen if we went with the Pokedex version, there would be no Earth because Macargo exists.
Yeah.
What's Macargo?
Therefore, Macargo literally is hotter than the sun.
Oh, I thought that's what you're trying to get when you are coming out of an airplane. Macargo.
No, that's when you honk your horn. Beep beep.
Macargo beep beep.
You do know there's stuff hotter than the sun already on Earth when we like do metallurgy and stuff.
Except it's not a large scale thing, and usually it's contained within something.
And the pistol shrimp gets as hot as the sun.
And also, it's not constantly radiating, usually, unprotected.
And how long have we been live, Scotty?
Since started explaining the million lions.
Anyways, lions do win because lion ladders. That is all.
I kind of wanted to keep it going because I was going to ask, what is that? Because I actually didn't know, and it'd be a nice cold open. But anyway, hello, welcome everybody.
I'll send you a picture.
Welcome everybody to Rime of the Frostmaiden. You might notice a little bit of differences in the overlay, but we'll be explaining that shortly. Note recap this time. I'm feeling generous. Last time you guys had traveled from that lost spiral, ooh, that'd be scary, a lost spire tower from Nethril that was like in the ice, and you guys found a simulacrum wizard there, and he tried to make himself real, and it didn't really work out. And there was an amulet that goes to a shield guardian that River has, that Rivers now knows where it's at, but it's like way on the other side of Icewind Dale. And after all that crap happened, and Periwinkle has Andrew back, and they were like, we need to head back to town. So you all went back to the closest town, which was East Haven. And as you get there, a public execution is going for none other than Dazan. The real one, not the simulacrum that you met before.
I mean, we don't know if it's the real one. It could be another simulacrum.
You can tell it's burning like a real person. Didn't turn to snow and melt away.
Damn, that's dark.
I mean, it is always dark here.
Can I throw a snowball real quick?
And he's just up there just taking it, right? Just not showing any emotion.
Oh, it's obviously pain, like he's like screaming, and then he stops screaming after a minute or two.
Because for a sec there, last I remembered he was not emoting at all.
No, he refused to say anything, and and eventually, I guess the pain got to the better of him because burning alive.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I guess it is true what they say. If you build a man on fire, you'll keep him warm for a day. But if you set a man on fire, he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
You really need to shush.
That's honestly in character, considering you're a grave cleric. Grave clerics I've noticed seem to have a penchant for gallows humor.
They just call that daily humor.
That's just Mav.
So, are you all staying in the back of the crowd, like you're not trying to get up close or anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna see if she can flag anybody down and just be like, "What's going on?"
As you're looking to try to flag somebody down, you actually notice a guardsman, and she comes up to you, and she notices she has like a unlike the rest of the guards, which are just like normal guys, and they got like a spear. She actually does have like a shoulder. I forget what it's called, but it's where you can have your pauldron that has your rank.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a half elf, and she has like a dirty blonde hair, so like a dark blonde, and it's like braided back, and she's wearing winter clothes, of course. And she says, she's getting up to you. Ah, yes, you're the adventurers I've heard so much about. Hello, Periwinkle, right? Pointing at Periwinkle.
Why, yes, you've heard of me.
Rowan just smirks and thinks about making some like silly comment, but she remembers that Perry did kill a boulette in a pretty badass way, so she's like, I'll let it slide.
And follow the courier.
Hey, you've got mail.
Prismatic Prism?
Just skip it.
I just know you're like a crystalline like wizard. But anyway, you all know your own names. Regardless, my name is Captain Aroloth, and I need your help. If you have the time.
Sure, everybody needs our help.
Depends on the job, I would think.
There's a dude just burning back there.
Oh, the Zan?
Yeah.
Right. Yes. What were his crimes that warranted that? And she just looks over her shoulder at that.
Well, he coldly murdered some adventurers just like you that were aiding him in the past. Well, they had aided this town specifically. This isn't an act of vengeance, she points back at it, but it's meant to deter others from engaging in such similar behavior around these parts. Life's already rough enough around here.
This is true.
She just stares at the fire for a little bit. By now, he's like, you can't even tell it's a person anymore.
Right.
Why am I sitting in the mood for barbecue?
As she's staring,
She just like looks over at the kobold and tells.
As she's staring, anybody who wants to can try like roll insight on Rowan if you want to.
I don't have my dice out. Hang on, we'll do it.
Yeah, Callie, I did the same thing. Like, wait, I do not have my dice.
It's fine.
I have made mistakes.
Oh my god, that's so many lions. Sorry, I just saw.
It is a billion lions. That is a lot.
I rolled a 1, and I think I have a -1 on it. Oh no, I have +0 on it, so sorry, it's a 1.
Oh, hey, it's a miracle. It's not a negative.
Yeah.
She's better than her dad then.
Hey!
Heyo.
At least there's that. At least there's that. Where did I put my dice?
Don't need.
8.
Yeah.
Here, screw it. I'll just roll one of my non-dice and then I'll...
Sorry, Rowan. Most people here aren't very insightful.
I however, am.
Is it insight or perception?
Insight or perception if you want.
That is a dirty 20 for me.
Uwu notices your mood. 19.
Which 19. All right. So the people who rolled, damn it, the people who rolled high enough will notice that as she goes to look back at the fire, Rowan's eyes just sort of get a little bit glassy. And who rolled the perception? Did anybody roll perception, or was it just wisdom?
Well, you asked insight, so I think everybody rolled insight.
Insight, yeah. Well, you'll notice that there is a bit of a shimmer next to her shoulder. Well, either of her shoulders that looks vaguely, probably the best way to say it, looks vaguely bird-like in shape. It's transparent, but it's bird-like. And as she just keeps staring forward a little blankly, the shapes are coalesce into a pair of like transparent looking ravens that have wisps of shadow just drifting off of them. And then she just blinks a couple of times and looks over at one of them and just says, I understand. Don't worry, I'll be home as fast as I can. I'll find a way. Be safe, okay? Please? I love you. Bye. and then the ravens just fly off and just disappear in the wind.
Rowan, you alright? Looks like you get a little chirp on your shoulder.
You don't know the half of it, River. Just blinks a couple of times and wipes under her right eye where there's a little bit of blood weeping out. And just goes, you might have to take on this one without me. There's trouble back home. I need to leave as soon as I can.
Oh,
exactly.
The Tabaxi doesn't like that.
Yeah, I would stay if I could, but this is important. And she looks just out at the snow and the wind and the darkness, and just her eyes just narrow a little bit and her brow furrows. Frost bitch's actions up here are starting to have repercussions in the south, past the spine of the world. Frost giants have apparently decided that this is Fimbulvinter and are trying to spread it further. My mom's just told me that they tried to destroy our village. So I need to try and help. I need to get back if I can. So anyway, through all this, I need to get back to the south.
You need any help fighting them, or?
Oh, this is a family matter. And you guys, they need you here. And she points to the guard that I just asked them for help.
I haven't left.
Remember, yeah, and she just goes, remember, looks over at Periwinkle, and just her eyes just start down to the ring. You guys made a promise, remember? And plus you have a shield guardian to find as well. You already have your hands full. I can take care of this. Between myself, my mom's, and the Goliaths, we should have this covered.
Well, it's a shame you can't help, but I definitely understand. Frost giants are no laughing matter.
No.
At least that I've heard.
Mm-hmm. They're not, trust me. I've fought at least one or two, and even with how powerful my mothers are, it's going to be a tough fight. Especially if it's true what they told me and there's a Jarl among them.
Well, I wish you safe travels. If you're trying to head south through the spire, I hear it's been more dangerous than ever, so be careful.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'll see if I can find someone who's either brave or stupid enough to take me south through all this madness.
Wild will kind of walk up to Rowan, kind of put a hand on her shoulder and say, I have plans as well with my family. I can guide you with them.
Are you certain?
She'll just give a nod. Say, I need to get my clan out of here.
She just nods. Well, for your help, we'd gladly put you up for as long as you need back in my village. I'm not really keen on whatever this is, and she points to the guns, but I've seen what they can do, and I doubt a frost giant will actually have any counter to that.
I like Wild's just standing around like this.
I don't know who.
Like it's Tomb Raider, like original Tomb Raider. You're just running around.
It's just her gun in one hand and her other hand just doing this with her fingers.
Yes. Okay.
And she'll just
side tangent. Fantasy Star Online. There was a goofy gun that you could get. That was a white glove, and it literally was like this. And it in an outrageously French accent, it goes croissant, croissant, croissant every time you fire with it. And it was one of the most powerful guns in the game. Anyway.
It was a single white glove for one hand. Or both?
No, it was it had like the pistol handle, but then like the rest of it was just like this big cartoony like Mickey Mouse white glove.
Oh, okay.
He's not gone Tomb Raider 1 low poly count, has she?
But yeah, she'll just kind of give a nod to Rowan and say, so we should head out, leave them to do their thing
as soon as possible.
You're not alone. You two be safe.
Wild will actually turn around and give you guys the potions of resistance, because I feel like that is a dick move to just take those.
Yeah, whichever ones Rowan had, she'll
You had,
over
I
as
had,
well?
I had all of the potions of resistance because I
right.
was the mobile.
Rowan does have a potion vial that feels like it's full of something, but there's nothing. There doesn't seem to be anything in it.
Right, that, yeah. She'll hand this over to probably we'll give it to either whoever would want it, Perry or Valgg, probably.
River's whip just grabs it. I don't know.
All right then. That will make you invisible for a short period of time.
What do you mean short?
Well, nothing lasts.
You're short. That's what she means.
This is the tallest member by far. Actually, no. Yeah. Valgg is the tallest.
Second tallest, but not by a lot, I think.
Not by a lot, no.
Well, he's about to be the tallest.
He already was.
And shrink.
Rowan will walk up to everybody and just sort of give them a hug, like really firm, well-meaning hug, and especially she pulls Valgg and Perry into like the same, like a group hug, and just puts a hand behind both of their heads and just presses them to her forehead and just goes, "You live through whatever you're going to fight, all right? I'll be back someday, and I damn well want to hear everything you've done. I have a saga for you both, after all."
We'll talk about it with the margaritas in summer.
I'm gonna miss you, Rowan. I'm gonna miss you. I'm also gonna miss you too. But
Rowan will just hug Perry and just give her just the most well-meaning squeeze. And just say, "You're gonna get through this, all of you. Promise you that."
And an ancient red dragon appears and kills everybody. The end.
Airly stops out from another thing and chops its head off.
No, she just
goes back to her own.
No, she just teleports there, and it says in Draconic, "The Beheader," and it flies the fuck away.
She doesn't exist in this universe.
Or does she? No, she doesn't.
I don't know.
Unless.
If she does, it's an alternate version where she's still in Draconic. But in any case, that's a very, very far off land for Icewind Dale.
It's a complete antithesis of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, then Wild will lead Rowan off. Kind of giving, she'll just give kind of like a little salute to everyone.
Rowan will just like thump her fist against her chest once and just go, "All Father watch over you all." Then just walks away. And Valgg and Perry, make me some, like, what would it probably be? Just perception? Probably perception. Perception checks real quick.
Whoa.
I see the pog. I see the Perry pog. What happened?
I got an 18, and plus 0, it's an 18.
Wow, I rolled an 18 plus 0, it's an
18. 18 buddies, yay.
Pogwinkle.
We'll
I would love to see that as an actual thing.
That would be amazing. But yeah, both of you feel like your coin palaces are a bit heavier. When Rowan pulled you in that hug, she slipped each of you half of her gold that she had left. She's not going to need it with some. She doesn't need to hire a guide because she got Wild with her. So yeah, she knows it'll be better served with you guys.
No, Wild did not leave her money with you guys. She kept that shit.
Nope, didn't expect it.
Didn't expect it back.
You needed to have Blacksmith try to recreate your ammo, which I don't know how much you got left.
Actually, surprisingly enough, I still have a decent amount.
Enough for the travels.
And also, even more so, there is a graveyard that she knows about.
Concerned. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they go to head off, and it plays the credits scene from Stardust Crusaders' The Last Ride Home song as they go off into the horizon.
Wow.
Sad Hulk music as they walk away.
Yeah. So yeah, both of you can add, I believe it's 53 gold to your. Yeah, she had 106 gold on her and 21 silver and 6 copper. So yeah.
Where'd all that come from?
I haven't been buying anything. I've been saving up to freaking buy new leather armor. Actually, no, I was saving up to buy a chain shirt.
Yeah, you say you're saving up for chain.
Yeah. But doesn't need it now. Oh, and that spell that with the ravens was sending.
Nice.
Her mother is a knowledge cleric, and her mom is also a swords bard.
Oh, it was an animal messenger, aka an actually practical sending spell.
If it was animal messenger, Saege would have shot it.
Yeah, and it would have taken a few weeks to get to you.
Yeah.
All just to get shot.
I feel that's a bit racist towards me because it's my character, one particular character, not me and all of my characters.
It's not racist, it's judgmental.
It's at least 2 characters this has happened. That I can think of off the top of my head.
Shakal doesn't count. He wasn't from that planet.
Okay. Anyway, so...
Are we including Kalahari in that count?
Shut up.
Don't let me talk about fucking missile.
Okay, you can't pull a game that's not even fucking registered out and throw that in my face. Yes, I have a character that has a tachyon missile as their planar weapon. Yes, they have threatened more than one person with that. That's not the fucking point here.
I mean, at least it's not throwing cardboard boxes.
The fuck did I do to any of you?
I don't know.
I mean, you did almost kill Scotty on Friday.
Anyway, back on topic. We'll say, like, it's getting cold now, like the fire's dying out, and Captain Aragath says, why don't we discuss this over at the Wet Trout? It's a tavern here. Not if you thought it was something else, because it's definitely not that. Anyway, yeah, it's over here.
That pause before going, wait, maybe nobody understood what I said.
Oh, she's acting like she would act if everyone just awkwardly goes silent after that. In any case, head over to the Wet Trout. It's located near the docks, and it's the largest and loudest tavern in East Haven, known for its ribald atmosphere and rumor mongering. A great chimney squarely in the building's center has hearths on either side to warm the tavern's 2 common rooms. The tavern's current owner and proprietor is a chaotic, neutral dragonborn. He's a white dragonborn. Or she is. She's fairly old. I would say she's in her 50s. She can be a bit crusty and full of complaints. This is all from just, like, judging a book by its cover as you come in. And the guard captain has a seat for you guys. And it's definitely a lot warmer in here. And she goes to explain the reason I was wanting to see you all is because 4 of our fishers went missing on Loch Danashir a 10-day ago. You know Loch Danashir is the lake that this town borders. The coastline is hard to sail along because of the ice flows, but savvy anglers prefer it. There are a few competing fishers from the other lake towns there. We need someone to scout the coastline and search for them. If you don't have a boat, I can let you borrow one. It's a single-masted skiff, and it should be able to hold all of you. Though I can think of at least 2 other adventures that might be helpful as well. I know of at least one that knows her way with on boats. And the other one just came in the town recently. And she points them out. And as she goes to point them out, as we do the very awkward, very quick character transitions, why don't we start with the Vex? What does your character look like? And where would they be in this tavern?
She is probably at one second, let me just check my inventory real quick. Okay, yeah. She is probably if there is kind of like a stage or stage adjacent, she is probably up on it performing music.
Do you think she would have made her own stage by putting a few tables together and just standing on top?
Oh, 100%. She is all about just being the center of attention.
They've probably heard about a new tavern that's going to be opening in the future, but that's like all the way on the other side of 10 towns, and apparently there's only one employee there.
She is about height-wise 5'5" ish, so 165 centimeters ish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to do quick maths in my head because weight is hard to remember, or height is hard to remember. And probably like aside from the first thing you notice of her music is I'll roll performance to see how well she's performing today. That's a 19 plus 7. So
what kind of performance is she doing?
She has a viol out and is playing some you probably would best describe it as, like a sea shanty almost. Like, like some very lively drinking music, I should say too. Like it's pirate music is the best way to describe it to me, out of character. But yeah, very lively, very snappy. And probably the next thing you guys would notice is she has fluorescent pink hair, pretty much, is the best. Like, very bright. I'm trying to remember what I said to Scotty. She looks elven of her features and, ears. And is kind of wearing, rather flamboyant clothes. And at her feet, like probably under the thing, is her armor and weapons, kind of underneath there. And you also would hear kind of like a clanging every so often as some trinkets on her waist, like on the belt, kind of move as she swings with the music.
I'm going to have a random fisherman roll performance because he's drunk enough and has enough liquid courage in him that he's actually singing to your violin and he has a shanty going on his own. It is horrible, as he gets 2 as a total, but the lyrics are, "My clothes are all in prawn, go down your bloody red roses, go down, and it might be droughty round 10 town." It's like everything's like awful and horrible.
She definitely plays louder to drown that out.
Yeah, you like it's very good job covering it up.
Yes, and
also look at this guy.
Sorry, you were gonna say?
Scotty, side note, I can't see my character in my characters bank. It's in the Frostmaiden campaign, but the player it says it's you.
Oh no. Okay, let's fix that.
Too much power.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make an assumption that Scotty probably imported that character in and then didn't.
I didn't know that you had to switch it over.
Yeah, let me actually jump into that and do that because I forgot to do that to my character.
Yeah, but now when I go in my character make, it doesn't show that it's there even now.
It is. I'm sorry for stealing your character.
There we go.
That's all right.
Yeah, it does say it's me. Cool.
Very cool. Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Vex, would you have any idea how to fix that?
So you could unassign it from yourself. Like there is the unassign button. Or deactivate. I think you could also deactivate it, and then you can click unassign, and then there should be a way to allow it to assign with that. I can't remember exactly. I've not really. Oh, actually, here is So if you unassign it, and then if Jan rejoins, so click the link and and repost it. You should be able to pick which character.
There it is.
Yep. You got it.
I got you.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
I think Stu's an easy fix.
Yeah, and if anyone would want roll the trinkets as she kind of finishes her song, and the amulets on her there's I think 3 of them I've said. Come to rest. Give it something. If you want, you can roll religion.
Hang on. Religion. I'm not good at that, I don't think.
1.
But I would like to know. Come on, D&D Beyond. Yeah, 16.
That's pretty good, actually.
I'm getting nice dice rolls tonight. Now that I say that, I'm gonna knock on wood because I'm scared.
So for Ball, you just see on the I'll say describe what Valgg sees. Valgg, you see kind of like a skull on these things, and each of them are have like an X clashed through them.
They are
Perry,
small skulls?
They are amulets. So they're probably about that size.
Okay.
Like like an amulet, to worship a god.
Would they be scrimshaws, where it's like ivory?
No, it's metal.
Okay.
She's not from around here, right?
Right.
Perry, you see the same thing as they said, like a skull with the crossed out, but probably Perry would recognize that as being the symbol for Ball. Very specifically, the Lord of Murder.
Oh, cool. Do I get like a pirate vibe from this lady?
If she had buckles, they would swash.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And it is also the skulls are crossed out like with an X.
The universe is curious.
Yep.
What does she look like? Does she have like pale skin?
Yes, pale skin.
Human.
Very pale skin. She elven.
Okay.
With has a scar on her left eye, and looks very well put together. It'd probably be the best part, just like the most accurate thing to say. I'm trying to think of anything else. Anything else will probably just come up at some point.
Roll me a D100, as I'm surprising both new characters today with a trinket to add to their inventory.
95.
Okay. With a 95, this fits perfectly with you. I guess you have a hermit crab with you that uses a tiny skull as its shell.
Oh my god!
That's literally what you rolled.
That's amazing.
So maybe it's like another one of your symbols, but it can get inside.
Nah, it's probably sitting on the
or a rat skull or something. It's
probably sitting on the bag, just kind of chilling there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! That's my shtick.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
And that one, and she points over to
Elena is probably just like laughing at the guy next to her, just like trying to sing along, but she's also just clapping and just getting the crowd going and just looking like just grinning like she's having the best time. Everybody else will see a woman with pointed elven ears, but they're a little shorter. So you would recognize that as a half elf, kind of like Rowan, but her skin is just a little bit more tan. And she has an undercut on one side for her hair. And there is a single, this is just a trait I like, there's a single like lock of hair that's been dyed purple. And she's got brown eyes. Her hair is like dark brown, almost black. She's wearing just studded leather. And she's also got a holy symbol on her, like just barely, you can see it barely just tucked in under her cloak, which if anybody wants to, they can religion it up too.
What does it look like?
It is a silver sword on a little pendant on around her neck.
I think I might know what that one is, but we'll see.
Yeah, less good this time. I got a 3. Does that give me anything?
Probably not.
I would say no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It looks cool. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm distracted by the really pretty pirate lady.
Yeah. Understandable.
Your mom calls you. Now, don't you get with those pirate ladies. I used to be one of them. You don't want to.
I know that's probably why she recognized the stuff.
Recognize the booty.
Alright.
Here, one sec. Let me tell you something very important.
Oh no. Are you doing athletics?
Hell yeah, I got a nat 20, so 21.
You know, most people aren't paying attention to the music that she got over 20 on a check on.
Did anybody else want to roll?
I rolled on 11.
For Valgg? Valgg's booty or religion check?
No, for the religion check.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. I think that would be enough, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to go with the 10 as the check.
Yeah. Valgg, you recognize this as the holy symbol of Elistrai, the drow goddess of the moon, song, and dance.
I know nothing about that one.
That's why
Nothing
that
at
sounded
all.
familiar to me.
You know that she's not. You know that she is the probably sole non-evil drow god as well.
Well, I don't know if I know that much. So the thing is, like, this guard just pointed at like Death Cult, Dancing Pirate, and Drow affiliate.
Yeah, she's not
edgy woman, so that's what we go with now.
Also, for the note, it's funny that the Death Cult person is the person with the Death Cult memorabilia is not the edgy one.
You know, Selena isn't really brooding or anything like that. She's laughing and just like trying to get the crowd worked up as well.
She probably has no weapons on her either.
She has one weapon. She has but it looks ornamental. It is an elven-made short sword worn in a sort of a small of the back sheath. But other than that, you don't see her carrying anything.
Is it like a Legolas sword?
You
know, like that slightly curved short sword kind of thing going?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it'd be that design. I'd have to look up what I was referencing originally.
And we can find it later.
Right.
But in any case, roll me a d100.
All right, let's. Where is our dice roller on here? Because I'm going to just use this one.
For those wondering what table I'm using, it is my own table of random aquatic trinkets. Not available on the DM's Guild yet.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I roll in this?
In the bottom
log thing.
On the D&D, bottom left corner.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And then there's the 2D.
Okay.
There's the D100.
D20. There it is. Roll it. It's a 34.
34. So, wow, both of these trinkets have been on par. You have an arrowhead with an elven rune carved into its side. I'll leave it up to you what the rune is.
Nice. I'll have to look that up later.
So yeah, those two just came to town fairly recently, and they seem to be of the adventuring type, and they could probably help you out. I know at least her. She knows how to sail a boat. I mean, just look at her hat.
She is not wearing a hat, Scotty.
Look at her booty.
There we go. I mean, everyone is.
Anyway, would you be able to help us?
Absolutely. Right?
Well, if you... Oh, sorry, Perry, it seems like you got Callie. What?
I was gonna say, yeah! I think we can help.
Okay.
And we are down 2 members, so that's perfect.
Okay, excellent.
Can't just replace them like that, but, you know, we could just like, add them on, you know.
Well, there's 2 things we were confiscated from Dazan before his execution. I have this weird gray bag thing that I assume is magical. And you just look at this bag, and it's made of gray cloth. It's probably the size of like a dice bag normally is. And also this diamond that about that size, but it's like gray leather. And also this diamond that I think is worth a few hundred gold. So one or the other, whatever you guys would be willing to have this payment.
I'll take that diamond.
I like the bag. Want to rock, paper, scissors for it?
I don't know. Do you want to be brought back to life if you fall in battle?
Fair enough. We'll take the diamond.
There we go.
All right, then head back to town hall once you're able to give us more news on where the fisherman went. Now I have to go clean up.
Perfect. But guys, I'm still carrying like an invisible chest, a bullet's head, and an owl bear belt. Can we
At this point, she would leave, and you notice her and like two other guards are going out, and one of them mentioned something like, "Oh, I always hate cleaning up after executions. So much gross."
I mean, hey, at least it's only sweeping.
Yeah, at least it's only ash. Not anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, before we head out, we might as well unload Valgg.
Please.
He has been, doing all the heavy lifting.
It's hard for the new characters to not notice this band of adventurers that come in. Mostly because one of them is a Centaur, and a Centaur indoors is always like a whoa, what? They can't help but have attention going though, at least to some respect.
Yeah, as soon as she notices the guard captain leave and just follows like where she's going from and sees them, Elena kind of waits until Liliana is finished with her set and just just taps her on the ankle and just points them out.
She kind of just grins and puts away her, hops off the, takes a bow first, and then hops down off of
the drunk guy keeps singing and somebody smacks him back there.
Hops down off of the table and puts her instrument back into a case and then back into her bag.
Yeah. And
kind of just loosens up. He just kind of flashes Elena a grin.
Yeah, Elena just smirks and they start heading over.
Yeah.
It just stretches as soon as she gets there. Just cracks does that thing where you just stretch out you interlock your fingers and just stretch them. And just goes, looks like the law here told you about us, huh? You guys looking for some extra help?
You two would have already been informed by the captain, but they would have been like, yeah, I was trying to find more adventurers to help you. So you assume that's what this is.
And they seem to have multiple trouble around here that they need.
That's that's just scratching the surface. I mean, you've seen outside, right? And just points out the window to just the swirling blizzard, eternal blizzard.
Actually, I'm gonna roll for that.
Yeah, it's cold outside. It's not like we've killed Yetis or anything.
It actually is a blizzard outside right now.
Yetis, huh? Rough business, that. But you're alive, at least. There's something. She looks over at Valgg. Is that an owl bear?
Yes, the fur. Also have this thing that borrowed and tried to eat us. The Yetis, we didn't keep anything from them.
Yeah.
And I think that's all we faced, animal-wise.
Yep. Not all of us are alive, so that's kind of rude. So that point to my corpse behind me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Elena kind of does a double take at that and just okay. Weird bunch here. A little bit of morally ambiguous. I've worked with worse.
But I say before we go out and try to find these lost fishermen, we should re-up our supplies and unload a bunch of gear that we brought back in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elena,
Don't want to be
Elena-
slowed down.
Yeah, Elena just nods and goes, "Yeah, I've got a few things that my friends packed me with before I came here that I don't really need." She sort of just gestures to this short bow on her back and like a quiver of arrows. She goes, "I don't know why they bother." They
Liliana just smirks and says, "Elves." And just gives I got.
and she just shrugs like, "Fair enough." I feel like they forget I can do this. And you watch, she opens her hand, and like a page burning in reverse, a very elegant looking dagger of just like solid pinkish purple energy just coalesces into her hand, and she just grabs it and just sort of just does a few little twirly tricks with it, and then it disappears.
Those of you that know spellcasting can roll an Arcana check on that. I sip my juice at the same time as Juice sips his wine.
I'm drinking cider, which will make you as sad because I'm drinking it from a can again.
Oh no.
Cider from a gun, I can accept it.
I got a big bottle of water, that's it.
But
Also,
it has to
Canada.
be apple cider. Then if it's not apple, it's not cider.
This one is apple. For once, I
Okay.
am drinking an apple cider. Actually, Grant, I think all my ciders are apple. They just are flavored with peach,
Oh, okay.
which is really good.
I can accept it then.
Did anyone want to knack at the Arcana? They don't have to. Oh, okay. Prism, you know that this is not of any school of magic. That is of traditional schools of magic. That was psionics. Meaning they don't use spell slots to do that. It's a completely different thing. But it is intelligence based. If that makes any sense. Actually, I'm not sure if the subclass has it be intelligence based, but most psionics normally are.
Interestingly enough, it doesn't. Soul Knife is completely single attribute dependent.
Yeah, that matches more with how 5e is.
Yeah, it's pure dex or strength, whatever you want to pick, because it's a finesse weapon.
That's still the same, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she just like as it disappears, she just smirks and just goes, "Yeah." So yeah, as soon as we get this hole, we can probably get out of here.
Both Liliana and Elena.
Yes.
Elena. Okay. You're both staying at the local inn, the White Lady Inn.
Mm-hmm.
And it is a musty old inn named after a local legend known as the White Lady, a ghost rumored to walk on the local lake, and haunting the spot where her rich husband was drowned.
Nice. Haunted hotel is always the best.
Is this the same lady that the song was about?
Not that you know of.
Oh, okay.
The other one was like an
song-
adventurer, and it was about like wind and stuff.
Oh, well, there was it was a lady and she had a cloak or something and went to the water. Yeah.
Icewind Dale is old. It has a lot of different stories. Apparently, ladies have to deal with a lot of them.
Always a lady.
Imagine that. Anyways, should we get you rid of your stuff?
Yeah. I mean, at least I want to do something with the bullet and the owlbear, and I don't freaking remember where I get this, and I will hold my hands like this. It's an invisible chest. I don't know. Oh my god.
Yeah, you hear the rattle of a chest. That you don't see one. And Valgg just has like their hands in the air.
Lily just kind of looks at Valgg. Huh. Never took you for a mime. Anyways.
Rowan will actually just put her hand out to actually feel the air between them. When she hits something, she like goes, nice trick.
If you go too quick, you'll almost stub your finger.
Right. Yeah.
Did we ever open that thing?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Out of character wise, we did.
That's where all
I don't remember.
It's where all the potions were.
Yeah.
No,
so it's
yes.
empty or what?
Was it or was no? There was a
no. That's right.
No,
that was the spell book.
A spell book that disintegrated. Yeah, the potions were in the roof one. It was visible.
Just to give you an idea, there was no preservatives on that spell book, and it had been sitting in there for like 2,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Anyway.
So it's just an invisible chest to keep invisible. Well, to make invisible things.
Yeah, it's got a nice interior.
I like my spell books organic, no preservative.
Harry likes spell books?
No, I was making it.
I know.
The kinky one.
You just posted that one picture the other day of the goat lady. That's something I would expect the goat lady to say.
Yeah.
Anyway. Do you all actually, what time of day is it? I wonder. It's you all have been awake for probably about 8 hours now, because there's no real day night. It's always night all the time here. Vampires rejoice, and
30 days of night.
yes, is immediately what I thought, and which I need to watch again, which you guys wanted to do some things while you're in town, so we can do the downtime stuff really quick if you guys want. Like, you wanted to sell some things, right?
Yeah, I got some stuff to sell.
Is Valgg selling his horse blankets?
I don't think so.
The owlbear
No,
one?
I want to sell the chest, and I want to make a cape of the owlbear and a shield out of the bullet skull.
Okay. I'll say you're able to get the shield to a local smith. And
I've played enough Monster Hunter board game to know that the blacksmiths deal with that kind of stuff.
oh, he deals with like blacksmithing. He also knows leatherworking. And of course, why not? Stereotypically, he's a dwarf, and he says it will take him 3 days.
Okay.
And it will cost you half the price of a normal shield, which I think is 5 gold.
Okay.
I want to double check that. Yay, downtime.
Can you make it +1?
This isn't past.
I don't use magic, lad. Lads? Lad? I assumed lad for the shoulders.
Huh?
He's talking to you.
Well, I didn't understand.
Oh, it was like
He's assuming your gender. Let's know if you're a guy.
No, I honestly I didn't understand.
Okay, lass or lad, and he was like, he said lad, and he was like, or lass. I assume lad because of the shoulders.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Accent.
Right. I mean, I'm pretty much just like an exact copy of my sister. So yeah. But yeah, you're
right. I forgot Valgg is a pretty boy. Under all that.
Valgg
Actually, no one would know that if you have your helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where the confusion came from.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, it will be 5 gold. I just looked it up.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
But to get it to +1, you would have to talk with your local church or some wizard who does such things, like an artificer.
And would you like the head to buy the head and forget the shield? Because I already have a shield.
You know what? I'll buy the head off you and I'll discount the shield price. How does that sound?
Okay.
Because he would know, but I'm too dumb to know the name of all the 10 towns. I know a fellow in Goodmead who's a taxidermist. That'd look really nice above my doorframe there as he like points back. And there's just like this clearly owl bear head sized spot where there aren't weapons mounted on the wall. So he'll buy it off of you, and be with the reduced price, the 5 gold that would be the fee of the shield, you would get 45 gold.
Okay. And what I do want from you, what's your name?
Brimhaven.
Bran. Or yeah. I would like
Brimhaven Storm Shield. Of Clan Storm Shield. Nice to meet you.
Storm Shield, it's a pleasure to meet you. Could you silver this sword and these horseshoes?
Could I silver a sword?
Yes.
Does the Frostmaiden make it for a never-ending winter around here?
Yeah, I assume you would be skilled enough.
Of course I'm skilled enough, lad. That'd be another, whatever it is for silver. Was that another 100 gold?
I don't remember.
Yay, looking up rules is fun.
Yay!
I know for arrows it was
cheap,
but I don't know for...
It's 100 gold for a single silvered weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition.
Okay. Okay, then I will silver my sword.
Okay. He will tell you that that will be, instead of 3 days having all your stuff done, it'll be 4.
4 days. Okay, well, I'm gonna need it anyway, so yeah.
Did you want to silver your sword or your horseshoes?
The sword.
Okay. You know what? I'll also repair your horseshoes for free. So that -1 penalty you had before, we'll negate that when he gives you all your stuff.
Okay.
Anyone else want to sell or buy things?
I think Elena wanted to.
Yeah, Elena is going to sell the short bow, the 20 arrows, and the leather armor that she's got, so she can buy studded leather instead.
Middle-aged human fellow buys it off of you, and he's a little too much on the information side, and he's talking about how he's taking the armor might be a little too big for her, but he's taking his daughter on her first hunt trip with him.
Oh. Yeah, Elena will just gently shoot the shit with him for a while, and then she'll be fumbling in her pocket for just like, the coin to pay for her shit, and then something just drops out of it and just like, fix it up.
He's got a bit of a belly. He's got the bear build, if you know what I mean. And he's
the Thor build.
Yes.
The good Thor build.
The good Thor build. The God of War Thor build.
Yes. The actual
just
Thor
making
build.
sure. And but the beard he's ginger. He's very ginger. And it's like maybe a 2-inch long beard. And it's kind of scraggly. Anyway.
Yeah, she pulls the gold out, she drops a little trinket, and then it's like, I forgot I had this. And just pockets it.
I would say he pays you in gold pieces, silver pieces, and a few small gems here and there, worth like 5-10 gold each.
Right.
But in your inventory, it's whatever they're worth.
Right. Then she just happily takes it and heads out to get to her studded leather and just wishes him and his daughter good luck on the hunt and just to be safe. And then she goes and buys her studded leather.
Okay. Go back to that blacksmith that Valgg was at. Boom. Yep. Okay. Anybody else buy or sell things?
Can I talk to Liliana real quick? No. I'm just like, are you a pirate?
She kind of just cocks an eyebrow at Perry. You're asking very personal questions there, girl. Flashes her a grin. Callie, can you just roll? Perry would absolutely notice. Her teeth are 100% like sharpened, almost like bang.
Oh my god. Okay. Do you still want me to roll perception?
Nah, you don't need to. I'm just gonna give that to you. I figure Perry's absolutely looking at her face.
Well, if you make it obvious, then no check.
He's kind of with the grin. It's kind of hard not to notice.
Cool. That's cool. Some dental work. Must be expensive. I don't know. I've never been to the dentist. My dad doesn't believe in them.
Liliana kind of cocky. No, I was born with them.
Flash, like a little flashback, and just Patience at like 50% opacity in the background, behind her shoulder, and he's just like, "We don't have the insurance. Insurance.
We've blown up the mansion too many times. I'm sorry, Perry.
We're uninsurable because I'm a dumbass."
Your mom is having to drag me back to. Anyway,
they won't sell life insurance anymore.
No, they don't.
No, we did pretty good with Kevin's tavern in that game, didn't we?
I was talking more of like, yeah, like, but they're total. Sorry, tangent. But total, there are. At least 6 kids that grew up in that mansion.
Yes.
At one time. Yes. So I'm just, and one of them was Perry. So that's all I'm saying. Periwinkle will like, she reaches it like under her collar, or not under her collar, but under her shirt, and she pulls out 2 necklaces. One necklace is just like a regular key, and it has like a little like bow tie on it, and it's like a red bow tie. And the other one is a coin, and it has a hole in the middle of it. And she said, "This is my mom's. She was a pirate." And I really don't know what this means, but
should I roll something, Saege, see if she had picked up any of that from on the pirate ship?
Sure.
History?
Yeah, history.
All right, 15.
You know that there is a chest of cursed gold, and that one piece is supposedly missing, and the offspring of some certain pirate would be the only one that could remove the curse. Sorry, Perry. It's immediately what I thought of when you're like, "This was my mom's. She was a pirate."
Is that seriously what we're going with, or like...
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you want. Go ahead.
It's man, that would have been cool as hell. But
that means Serene's been cursed for like a few decades.
I mean, you know, whatever. She's gotten over it. She's just like, whatever.
Patience just cast remove curse on her. It's fine.
It's a lucky charm. Pirates were known to carry around lucky charms, and this was just Serene's lucky charm.
I have a question. Does Perry look like so Perry is genuinely asking what this is, or?
Yes, she's genuinely asking what it is, because I think her mom just gave it to her and said it's lucky, and then just didn't like explain it. Go ahead, Max, hit me with it.
I'm rolling deception here, and I got a dirty 20.
Yeah, yeah.
And Liliana just puts her hand on her shoulder.
What's your passive insight? 9? 10?
Me?
Yeah.
10.
Okay.
10.
That's all you need to be.
Hand on your shoulder and just says, "You have a great destiny to you. This is a cursed piece of gold that many dead pirates have been hunting for."
What?
It was said to be lost many decades ago. Centuries even. You're welcome, Scotty.
I hate you. Both you get inspiration points.
And he just kind of flashes.
You haven't even had a full session with this character.
And you already love her, don't you, Scotty?
You did this.
I know.
You put the idea in her head.
And then she'll just kind of say, "Protect it with your life until the rightful owner comes to collect it."
Okay, I will.
You guys gonna meet one undead pirate, and Perry's gonna freak the fuck out.
I mean,
You can't have the coin, it's mine!
I have to write this down. Do I have any pages left?
What was... Okay, I'd like to think Perry is so enraptured by it that she actually makes the lie even harder by asking something like, what was the pirate's name?
What was the pirate's name?
Dread Pirate Roberts. Mixing those memes. Let's go.
Vex, I fucking love you.
It's funny because Scotty, as soon as you said one extra thing, and I'm like, he's gonna ask the name, and I already have it. It's gonna be Dread Pirate Roberts.
Man, I'm so mad. It's so
No,
funny.
you are.
No, I love it so much.
Mine was gonna be really dumb. I was gonna go with like Buckle Strap Bob or something.
Dread Pirate Roberts, the ultimate pirate.
You know, I'm gonna have to have pirates in this campaign now, right?
Oh, pirates.
You guys are just on this lake. We're the pirates of this lake.
Jeez, your audio did just blow out there, Scotty.
I mean, there were river pirates at one point in history.
We just love like it's like a galleon, but it has its own sleds.
Have you, Lluis, have you ever watched what is the name of it? Vinland Saga?
What's
you?
Saga? No, I don't think so.
Vinland Saga. It's kind of what I based a little bit of Rowan on. There's actually a scene where a bunch of Viking mercenaries attack people on land by actually carrying their longbow and using it as a ram, which is apparently something that Vikings would do.
That's super cool.
Right?
Their ship is actually just an office building that fires, filing cabinets.
And now we've just thrown Monty Python into it. Amazing.
Why not?
Why not?
I was about to say that sounded artificer as hell. Artificer pirate ship. Fire the cabinets. Anyway, so you all go to take a long rest.
Super quick. Can I get rid of the invisible chest?
Oh yes, I was actually gonna look up how much it was.
Actually, Scotty, that doesn't really seem artificery office thing. That seems more like an corporate overlord warlock from the Retroverse.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely more accurate.
Yes.
You guys do have those laser guns too.
And now you have no one to teach you how to shoot them.
Well, those of you that did figure it out. I know at least Prism did. So Prism knows how to fire them, I think, right? And was it River?
Oh, definitely. I think River definitely took one.
Yep.
I say it wouldn't be very River of them not to.
Yeah, the upside down chest was the one with the potions.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation charisma check, Valgg. So essentially, it's a charisma check, but if you're proficient in investigation, you add that as well.
So D20 plus your charisma plus your proficiency if you're in
yeah, no, I'm not. So that's a 2.
A 2?
Minus 1, it's a 1.
Okay. Everyone seems really confused at you trying to sell nothing. And you're kind of too shy and embarrassed to try to persuade them further with a salesman's pitch. So.
Oh.
You're stuck with your invisible chest as for now. Okay. Keep in mind, this is an invisible chest that is watered and airtight and has climate control.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's just
and it is locked. You have the key for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we found the key for it.
If we ever need to make sure somebody survives, we can just shove River and Prism in there. And
I think
you might not want to do that because it's airtight. They'd run out of air very fast.
Right. Well, not lock it, but
we'll
just Indiana Jones refrigerator this.
We're not going to nuke the chest.
When you open the chest, actually the air like steams because it's warmer in the chest than it is outside.
That's a sauna.
It's 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius.
Oh my god, I just realized we can backpack wizard Prism on Valgg.
No, you're not.
I'm just gonna use it as a ranged weapon, which I'm pretty sure I have advantage in the deck.
How will you find it afterwards, though?
Now, I would say you don't have advantage just because not only can your opponent not see it, but you also can't, so you can't fully judge the range correctly. And
I'm gonna strap a chain to it just to be like, get over here, but to the chest.
Mostly what I'm thinking is the chest would be good for like the really important things you put in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, after that day, you all go and take a long rest. I assume you all go to stay at the local tavern. Or not tavern, the local inn, the White Lady Inn.
I mean, me and Liliana already have rooms here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wait, Vex, would we have rooms or just a room?
Up to you.
It would cost a silver per person regardless.
Yeah, I'll grab a room. Why not?
Yeah, work it over.
So, as you all stay there for the night and whatnot, you do hear about a bard there called Ronaldo, and he also plays the fiddle, and he recounts the tale of the White Lady. He says a specific tale about the White Lady's husband, who was a miser who kept his treasure in a heavy locked chest and never left his side. As he looks like that one there, but visible as he points at Valgg's chest.
I feel like there's been no stories about Valgg's invisible chest and this weird horse person trying to sell a fake chest.
Perhaps it was this heavy chest that capsized his boat and sent the man to his sunken grave. Or perhaps it was the fright of seeing his dead wife that caused him to capsize the boat and drown. I'll say at this point, like, all the lights have been turned off and he's like cast light on the table in front of him, so it has like that up glow with spook. Either way, I am certain that the man's treasure lies at the bottom of that lake, waiting for some intrepid explorer to find it. You do notice that the proprietor is this older lady, maybe like equivalent to 60s, and she's pretty much just like at the bar like this. Like she's heard this story about 100 times at least.
Yeah, Elena will like lean over to Liliana and goes, "I bet you have better stories than that, huh?" Just nudges her in the arm.
Liliana just kind of smirks. It says, "I know way better stories than this, and the delivery is just." I don't even know if I need to go to sleep. I don't need alcohol for tonight.
Do you think the tale is fiction?
Liliana just kind of looks and says, "No, just your delivery. That's the fake thing here."
Then perhaps you'd be more entertained with what I'm doing now. In the back room every night. We do a seance. And communicate with the White Lady.
Scotty, just the phrasing of that, if you think this is boring, join me in the back room.
It was purposeful. It was super purposeful.
Somebody take Vex to Hornetail again.
I never left. You don't have to take me there.
Shit, they gave you broadcasting equipment? Oh, goddamn.
Can't stop me. I think my room's so small.
Elena's eyebrow just sort of quirks at the mention of seance. Because she's being a psionic, she's heard of this sort of thing. It's mostly been just charlatans.
I don't know. In the D&D world, that can be a very real thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just using commune with dead.
Right. But it's like
without the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like this far away from an actual temple of any kind of god in the back room of a dingy bar. With a guy who has really
shit.
Yeah, with a guy who does really shitty delivery for his stories.
You do know there's a temple to the Morning Lord in one of these towns.
Yep.
But that's it.
She just looks over at Liliana, kind of like, what do you think?
Yeah, it seems at least interesting.
She goes, whatever, I could use a good chuckle at what people think is actual, like, mind shit for once.
At this point, it's fairly late. So how many of you are going to go to the seance?
Liliana will.
Liliana's gonna
Okay,
go.
who's not going to the seance is probably the better question.
Yo.
Probably me.
Okay, so Prism and River don't go. Does Valgg go?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the other two, call it a night, and you guys go upstairs and maybe read a book or whatever, and get ready to go to bed. The rest.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
All right.
I raised my hand.
I saw her raise her hand very enthusiastically, so I'm like, okay,
Sorry.
yep, Perry's coming. Okay, was that in character for Perry? She's like, oh, a seance.
Yeah. 2 hands.
I lived in a tavern that had a ghost in it.
I'm friends with them. Yeah.
What a crazy world.
Hello. Hello, ghosts. It's me, your boy.
All right, so smoke from burning incense fills the room. Multicolored lamps and silks are hung from the rafters, and the light from several candles illuminates a circle of uncomfortable-looking guests, mostly you guys, sitting cross-legged, or at least those of you that can't sit cross-legged, on the floor.
Yeah.
I picture Valgg sitting double cross-legged.
Just like
I don't think horses' legs can cross.
No, they can't.
I don't have the
Just
motion.
laying down on the side,
No,
legs straight out.
they're just perched like that. But
Yeah.
If we have to hold hands, someone's gonna have to grab him by the tail or the hoof.
no, he's got hands.
Unless it just depending on how he's positioned. This is a small back room, I'm guessing.
we're not a little
The back half of him is sitting out.
I'll leave my helmet in the entrance because I'm assuming it would like tangle with the things and the silks and stuff.
Ooh, okay. I have
Elena
a
does-
I have a
Elena does
picture
a
of this. I have a picture of this scene, but I'll share it with you guys later.
Yeah. As soon as the helmet's off, Elena just does it, like blinks a couple of times and does a table take and goes, "Oh, hello, cutie."
Hi.
Just, just smirks and gives Valgg a little bit of a wink. And just heads in, just pretty as you please.
Hi.
So is Valgg a red elf now?
Basically, it's
Red
like
Centaur.
now. It's always like brown and white, and now it's also a little bit red.
Ronaldo pushes back the shelves. Jesus Christ. Ronaldo pushes back the sleeves of his robes that he put on just for the seance and raises his hands, closes his eyes, and intones, "Lady who watches from the lake, come to us in our darkest hour. Tell us what you've seen." There's a moment of silence when thick frost forms on the inside of the room's windows, turning them opaque, and the candles go out one by one. The white, her spirit is close. I urge you to reach out to her. Not quite sure what he means by that, but do any of you do anything? It's just holding hands and everyone has their eyes closed.
Hello, ghost. It's me, your boy. I don't know. Like, if you want to come and like.
Does the temperature in the room kind of drop?
Yeah.
Could Elena roll anything to see if he's using any kind of magic to make this a little bit more showy?
Yeah, that'll be a perception check.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I would say Liliana, who is very much coming into this very skeptical, is also going to do the same.
13.
And Leon?
I got a dirty 20.
Neither of you notice any little tricks here and there, no pedals where he's sitting to change anything. No extra tricks. He doesn't seem to be casting any spells. And this doesn't seem to really match any conventional spells that would be used for such a thing like thaumaturgy or prestidigitation. But Perry, since you are actually reach out, I need a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at that. I had 21.
You did it.
I did it. I'm the video game board.
Oh, I think she's here. Ask her a question.
Like what?
Anything. Like if there's anything we should know about Ten Towns or something. Or if there's anything you want to know about this town. Or
can I ask
or if you'll ever get married, I don't know.
I don't get that. What happened to actually happen to your husband? Because they're kind of like coming up with stories and stuff.
His eyes actually roll back, and you can see his breath. And coming out of his mouth is a feminine voice that seems to echo into the wind.
This is like that episode of Zack and Cody.
I know what you're talking about, Callie. That's the funniest part.
Go ahead.
I do not remember. Only seeing him fall.
Okay. Is there anything we should know about your death?
I'm not sure.
Can we all see this, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
We can all see and hear this.
Yeah, let me, now I can share the picture. Actually, no, I can't. There's still another spoiler in it.
Can,
anyone else ask any questions?
I was about to say, yeah, can we ask any questions? Yeah, Elena will look up and go, what should we know about the goings on here? The missing sailors are one thing, but what else is there here?
Gray-skinned dwarves have been stalking the streets of East Haven, Cardennival and Konig, while invisible. Their intentions aren't good. They hide aboard the town ferry and in the ruins of Duran's Rest. And with that, he collapses back down into his seat, and his eyes go back.
Would Elena know what that means? Great dwarves, invisible stuff.
The only gray dwarves you could think of would definitely be Drugar from the Underdark.
Right, and Elena, just her eyes just narrow at that. She gets really serious looking.
And he's like, oh, And then like a little bit more of like cold breath goes as he just like kind of belches a little bit. And he's like, oh, always gives me indigestion afterwards. Well, that's as much as I can, as much as the White Lady is willing to share today. I need a long rest.
I guess we owe you a little bit of an apology, friend. You're no charlatan, that's for sure.
But apology? Charlatan? You thought I was a charlatan?
Elena just smirks and just goes, when you've been in the business as long as I have, you know if you tend to run into less honest folk with disability than those who are just trying to make a quick buck off of rubes.
You would notice that as he goes back to normal, the frost on the window dissipates. Except for one section, which has written on somebody's finger, invisible dwarves in common.
Elena just notices that and just her eyes narrow and again, just angrily.
And
yeah, we've faced Grey Dwarves before.
Elena just turns that and goes, "You have?"
Yeah.
What
Pretty sure Barry remembers better than I, because I got like in the middle of that because I was with a group of Goliaths. It's a long story.
Turns over
Very
to Perry.
delayed. So sorry, that was a very delayed dab, by the way.
Very delayed. That's how often I check chat. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to see how long I sent that ago.
Very long ago.
We went into like a castle kind of thing, and there were a bunch of them. That's what we're talking about, right?
Fortress.
It's a fortress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
a fortress.
That was a wild one tapped the boss.
It was a fortress that was built into the side of a mountain.
Okay. It was a fortress. And we went in, and there were dwarves, and they were kind of rude. And our dog died, and then I called my dad, and he put them back together. That's what I remember.
They were rude, cut pants to wild, like shotgun blasted one through the tower arrow slit.
They were rude.
I mean, in our defense, they did start it.
They did.
Elena gets a little close to Perry, just like face to face, and just goes, "Did they say anything about why they're here?"
Do I remember that?
They never got a chance.
we got to interrogate one of them.
Perry, roll me an intelligence check to see if you recall.
That's funny. All right, hang on. Intelligence check. That's a straight 14.
You do remember the dwarf mentioning something about how their leader is going to be attacking Tentown soon or something like that. And that, how dare you attack us because you'll be bringing his wrath and yada, yada, yada.
It's part of the reason why Wild is left, just to make sure her clan is safe from that.
And then you'll also remember everyone being like, yeah, we should probably check in on that. And then you guys never did.
Never did.
Heroes.
I thought that was why we were going to find the shield guardian, though.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
I tell this information that I somehow remember to Elena.
Elena looks really angry and worried, and she just goes, "Fuck, I knew those little shits would come up from the Underdark for something."
Do you know them?
No, but I've fought things like them before.
Cuts to Elena as a child, and they're like at school, and like a little kid Drugar like pushes her, and laughs and runs away.
No,
Drugar.
You have what?
No, it cuts to Elena and a bunch of other people who are not named just yet, killing a bunch of them and fighting them.
Damn.
Nice.
And then goes back to present and Valgg, and she looks over at Valgg, still looking very serious. She goes, I'm part of a mercenary group. We're called Stray Thoughts. Everyone's like me. She makes the knife again appear and then disappear.
You say fought?
Stray Thoughts.
Thoughts.
Like
okay.
I knew it. I said Vex no for that very reason.
God damn it. Well, yeah. She goes, no, we fought these things before. We fought gray dwarves before. These creatures are a blight. They are psychically devoid of anything you would find in another person's thoughts, in your thoughts, in mine. Grey dwarves have no compassion, no love or concept of beauty, of anything, of happiness. This was all ripped out of their brains. Every single one that we've run into is like that. I've felt their minds.
Oh, that raises a lot of questions, actually.
And you watch her just like close her eyes for a moment, and then she opens them back up, and there is a little bit of a glimmer of purple in her iris, and you hear in your thoughts, I've spoken with them in their heads.
Oh,
There's still ghosts in here.
She looks at you, and just you hear in your head, no, pretty boy, it's me. It's like, because I can do this for a short amounts of time. You can talk to pretty much, she looks over everybody who's gathered here, and then up to just the distance where the others are at. I can do this for about 5 hours.
Oh wow!
Today,
That's very useful and a little scary.
You can do it back, She says with a little smirk.
I'll try to concentrate on thinking. How should I think to let my
Is Valgg? I'm sure. Is Valgg worried that he might explode someone else's head? I mean, what he did the last time.
You probably are just hearing like, how do I do to communicate mentally? Like you're hearing that.
You're doing it right now, she says. You just think like you're talking to me, and I can hear it. Just like I'm talking to you, and you can hear it. Looks over to, just looks at Perry. Her mouth isn't moving when she's doing this. And Leon, she goes, just like I'm doing with her, and with Lily.
But I just watches Valgg's indecision and confusion.
I'm too old for this.
Valgg, I don't want to think too hard. I heard something the last time.
And she keeps talking mentally to the rest of you and just says, if these creatures are here, this is not good. And if you say they're planning to attack the towns, attack the settlement, we need to make sure that they know. They say what they're going to use. Are they coming up from underneath? Are they they're bringing anything to attack it? What?
We don't really know anything, like the plan, I guess. I don't know if they plan to attack every time at the same time or like swarm one at a time. We don't really know.
She just grumbles mentally and just goes, we don't know when it's coming, but we know that it is coming. We don't know what it is going to be. It's a lot of unknowns. I don't like that.
I mean, but if there are some in this town, we can probably like at least clarify a little bit of that.
We know that they've been here invisibly. The White Lady told us. Also tell them that that's the ruins of, what was it again, Scotty? The ruins of what?
Oh, I just had it up.
I think it started with a D.
Dorian? No, that's Hobbit.
You never know. There's enough Hobbit in here.
Deniv's Rest.
Deniv's Rest. Right.
I'm going to copy paste it into Discord.
Right. You know that they're walking around invisible and using the ferry. They're also in the ruins of Deniv's Rest. So we have points so we can hit them if we want to know anything.
Sounds like it's important enough.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Probably more than like a treasure chest in the bottom of a lake.
Right. We should still learn what happened to those sailors, but we need to talk to like a speaker or someone, like whoever's in charge here. They need to know first. You'll probably be able to tell the others. The lack of
deliver the mail, that's true.
The lack of sunlight probably made them bold.
The dwarves?
The dwarves, yes. They live in the Underdark.
Invisible and bold.
Bold.
So,
B-O-L-D. Bold.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's way less funny than I thought.
Yeah. The sun hurts their
I thought
eyes.
there was a lot of invisible hair around.
You don't know it, but right now a bunch of invisible dwarven hair is on your face.
Well, I mean, dwarves do have a lot of hair, so.
So she just goes, we do need a rest though.
Do you?
But
it's probably equivalent of like 1 a.m. right now.
Right.
Yes.
I will ask, and this is me throwing a bait out for you all. Are you going to go out and look for dwarves, invisible dwarves in the city right now?
Probably should.
That's probably a good time, actually.
But we haven't had a long rest yet, have we?
No.
I mean, is anyone low on resources is the big question.
Not really.
Then we could go out now.
Right. But are we going to take any kind of exhaustion while doing so?
Only after our period of a long rest would have been. So if we were to be up for another 8 more hours, then we would take that exhaustion, which is only 1 long rest away from being reduced to no exhaustion.
It's pretty much you have to take at least 1 long rest every 24 hours. So if you take a long rest 8 hours, as long as you start another long rest within the next 24 hours, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. It probably didn't take us all day to sell our stuff, though.
Yeah.
It was fairly late in the day when we.
This is actually one of the bigger towns, so you guys were able to do a lot in a short amount of time. It was like you spent like half the day here.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways,
if we're gonna look for invisible dwarves, I'm gonna at least tell
your invisible
my
chest.
friend. Well, I'm gonna tell River because he knows a lot about weird stuff. Like, so, I mean, he wears a school helmet, so you know it's like weird.
Fair. She just looks over at Liliana and just smirks, and you hear in your head, Liliana, friend of yours.
Sorry, what was that?
When Valgg mentions the skull helmet, she just looks over at Liliana and goes, "Friend of yours."
Never met him.
Just smirks.
He does wizard stuff and
lucky for him.
Death raising. I know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it can help track invisible people. Anyway, be right back. I'm gonna call River because I assume, Saege is out. Well, call on the door, like.
I know. I'm being a smartass.
I didn't order a wake up call.
River, do you have like PJs, or do you just sleep in your explorer clothes? Or
he sleeps with the hat on top.
Oh yes, please, the sleeping hat.
Fine, I'll have PJs with a little nightcap that like bend over at the top.
Nice.
No room service. I'm good.
No, it's like we need your help. We're gonna chase invisible grey dwarfs tonight. How do I know they are grey if they're invisible? That's the super interesting question. A death spirit ice woman told us through a guy. Can you come, please?
Open the door like, what the hell are you on about?
I'm not drunk, I swear.
This is like a drunk shit somebody would do. Like your drunk friend just knocks on your door in the middle of the night. Hey, we're gonna go like wreck a car, dude. You wanna come?
No, Scotty, you say this, but I have a story similar to this. In my first year of college, I had one of the people beside me come bang on my door at like 3 a.m. So I answer it because I'm awake, of course. And they started going off about the invisible people at their window, which was one, fucking terrifying because they were right beside me. But 2, they just kept going on and on about it. It was really fucking weird. It was great though. But yeah, anyways.
So yeah, I'm not drunk. We just talked to a seer. And we may think it's related to the Durgar we fought and then forgot.
I'm just standing here blinking slowly as I'm trying to wake up.
Do you have the skull mask on?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a third lid? Because that's like super funny if you're like slowly blinking with a.
Yeah, do you have like the reptilian like second eyelid thing?
Sure, we'll go with that. Alright, see what you're on about.
Nice, thank you.
A few
Going
minutes.
out in my PJs.
A few minutes later, you all get dressed appropriately for the never-ending winter outside. Oh yeah, I forgot to roll to see how long this blizzard is. Oh, okay. It is not a blizzard outside, so that's good.
Nice.
Exactly, random cat.
That almost sounded like a dog.
Really?
It did actually.
Huh. That was Garfield chirping. There's like a on my end.
Mm-hmm. But it sounded like we were like, woo! Like a dog barking. It was really weird. Like I knew it was Garfield, but it sounded like a dog.
Okay, so you all head out in the middle of the night and search for invisible dwarves. Where do you start? You have the map.
Great question.
Because you are staying at the White Lady Inn.
I'm still half asleep. Valgg uppies.
The cool will definitely wake you up pretty quick. The White Lady Inn is not really on the western, completely on the western side of town, but it's pretty far back.
Elena looks at the other 3 and just thinks and just telepathically says to them, "We should check the ferry." She mentioned that's where they were at.
The East Haven ferry?
The streets of East Haven. She said they hide aboard the town ferry.
It's actually visible from here from the docks. Let me get that for you. You see East Haven's ferry, a Neil boat, and it's trapped in the ice at the end of a wooden dock. A small cabin is situated towards the aft end of the hull. How many of you have dark vision, by the way?
I do.
Yo.
I don't.
Opposite of Ghost of Saltmarsh. I think Ghost of Saltmarsh, I think I have like 1 character with dark vision.
Really?
Yeah, it's surprising.
I have dark vision, I forgot.
Okay. And those of you without dark vision, do you take along a light source, or you're just going to rely on the dark vision ones? Because you can't.
Nah, she'll light up a torch.
I'm carrying River, right?
Or actually, she'll light up a lantern, actually.
If you want, I can give you light.
I appreciate it.
You want it on your sword?
I don't have it.
You want it on your axe?
Yes.
Light.
Okay, so you all start your travel, and you're searching around, and kitty cats, please. They like flipped over a toy. Anyway.
I got rid of the Tabaxi.
So where all are you guys heading? Oh no, you're heading toward the ferry, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Heading over to the ferry, it's very quiet. But it also, this is, I guess, normal, but you guys usually aren't out when you're trying to sleep. The town is fairly quiet, all things considered. Like, almost as quiet as it was when you were all in the wilds, where, if any of you have gone camping during the winter, which I highly do not suggest, it is eerily quiet. Like, you don't hear, like, birds or anything. And, like, crunch in the snow is very... It feels a lot more audible than it actually is. Just because it's, like, the only...
awesome.
It is awesome. It's tranquil in its own way. But it also can be eerie, depending on the mood. So
I know this from... Actually, I live in a fairly, like, big area.
Oh,
like,
Canada.
Yeah, it's almost like my... Yeah, I live in an area that gets a lot of snow. And yeah, it is... The best way to describe it is unnervingly quiet. Like, because the snow actually absorbs a lot of the noise, the ambient noise.
Mm-hmm.
If you stand still enough on the cold, quiet night, you can hear in the distance someone going, sorry.
No, you don't have to stand quiet. You just hear that constantly. you hear, especially when someone else walks in the snow, you just hear, sorry, sorry, every time you take a step. Sorry.
Elena's gonna go stealth to just as they're walking. Let's say 17.
Okay. Anybody else gonna go sneak mode?
Nah.
Okay. Then, in that case, you all head to cabin, which doesn't have a map for it, surprisingly enough. That's on top of the Neil boat, on the end of it. Ice is covering the cabin door, but it looks like it's been chipped away. There doesn't appear to be any locks either. As Elena sneakily goes across the deck as quietly as possible, everybody else, it's just like immediately like on the board, just like creak, 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 creak. You know, just like the whole place is just creaking old wood, cracking of ice and whatnot. You arrive at the door to a cabin.
Shall we see what's inside?
Might as well. Wouldn't hurt to knock.
No response.
Guess we go on in.
Let's go.
You open up the doors, and it is a roughly 10-foot square space containing 4 sleeping bags. And you see a few packs, and looks like a rolled up map.
Definitely beelining over to that map and just like unfurling it.
All right, as you go over to the map, we roll initiative.
Here we go.
Actually,
What? That's right.
we'll roll initiative next time, but I will state this first.
A 20!
I rolled a 20.
Okay, you already rolled. Okay, so Perry, what'd you get again, total?
I got a 22.
22. Okay. I just didn't want to start combat because I know we won't finish it tonight. But it's okay. We'll have initiative for next time. Valgg, what'd you get?
19.
Ooh. Prism is not here, so that's a dash. River, how about you?
22 as well.
What's your dex?
+3.
Is that better than Perry's?
Yeah.
Okay. Liliana.
28.
I mean, that's to be expected.
What is with your dice rolls, woman? Seriously.
No, it's a feat.
No, it's not a feat. It's just the thing of being a swashbuckler. I get to add my charisma to my initiative roll.
Oh, right.
So I have a +9 to initiative.
Good grief.
Yeah,
and I can make that even more ridiculous.
with the alert. I think. Is it alert?
Yes, alert.
Yeah.
It's alert. Alert. It would put it to a 14.
And
do you have that?
I do not have that yet. I had other feats. I had other feats I needed to take.
Right. And Elena has a 18.
Okay, you guys rolled really good.
We are a very dexterous group too, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, even the ones of you that aren't, like Valgg and
Fair.
Perry, rolled really well.
It rolled pretty well.
So, popping up in the corner of the room, purposely like as much into the corner as they could be. Appearing there is a Drugar, but this Drugar is wearing weird gray robes, and he's got weird white eyes, and his nails are black, and they're almost like clawed a little bit, and he there seems to be something even more strange with him. You can kind of see almost like madness in his eyes as he seems to conjure a dagger out of nothingness, much in a similar way as what Elena does. And that is where we'll end it for the night. As you all get to beat the crap out of him before you can do anything.
I don't think he would have had backup.
Anyway, on that note, sorry for making this a little short, everybody, but it's more of like, don't want to go like 2 turns and then have to end it anyway.
Yeah, no, it makes
right,
sense
yeah.
to end it here.
Mm-hmm. And we got initiatives, so we don't need to worry about that. We can just start combat immediately.
Right.
We'll go to plugs. So why don't we start with Mav, aka Dr. River. What do you got going on?
Nothing really, just here.
Okay. All right, then how about we go to January? What do you got going on?
Hello, everybody. January silence, pretty much everywhere, but add an underscore between the January and the silence, and then you're good. Currently, what I've got going on right now is this amazing campaign here. And on Thursdays, it's being updated kind of intermittently over on YouTube, but we're myself, Saege, and Lluis are part of a very fun Dungeons & Dragons game in the Mage Hand Press Dark Matter setting called Quest for the Quantum Rose. I'm not sure if we have a session this week, but I'll have to check. But if you want to check out the archives for it, go to YouTube, and the channel you're looking for is Backed Channel 1. Backed spelled B-A-C-T. And as for myself, I am currently working on another edition for my homebrew up on DM's Guild. If you want to see what's up there right now, just look up the Sphinx Library. With BizBand's coming out, I'm probably going to rebump my College of Dragon Song, so people will notice that a little bit. Think about updating the PDF to say, hey, if your DM wants, you can add these damage types to what you can use for your Dragon Song ability. If you want to know what I'm talking about, check it out. It's very cool. Lluis did some artwork for it. And on my current project, which I've also tapped Lluis for at least one picture in it, is the upcoming, my first Ranger, the, God, forgetting my own things, the Veil Strider Conclave. It's it's something I had a little bit of difficulty with, but it was fun creating this feature that I've got for it. It's really cool. And hopefully in November, I'm going to have a new Bard subclass coming, the College of Flighting, which will be hopefully just in time for Strixhaven. So if you wanted to play a Silver Quill Bard that specializes in insult magic, this will be the thing you can get. And aside from that, nothing really much going on.
Okay. How about Vex? What do you got going on?
Well, this week you can find on my channel Fraction Moon D&D on Sunday at 12:30 p.m. EST. We are back with Starfall Academy. Come check that game out. It's a blast. We are going to space next session, so that should be interesting. Aside from that, following that game too is Union Academy, my campaign where, well, don't tell any of them, but next week they're getting to meet their main rivals. And I have an amazing scene put together for it of one of them, of the main rival for one of the characters taking over the bathroom and not letting anybody else in. So it should be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of bullshit, the typical the phony college movies where, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's also funny that this is going to happen in a mech-based TTRPG. But yeah, come check that game out. It's a blast. Then after that, come check out my channel on next Tuesday and next Thursday, where we have respectively Unwritten, which Callie will probably talk about, and Saffron Academy. Anyways, that's it for me.
Okay, that's on a good note for Callie. What do you got going on?
Hello, I'm Callie on Twitter, and I got really tired halfway through the session because my stomach started hurting, so I'm sorry that I'm low energy right now. But I run Unwritten on Vex's channel every other Tuesday, next Tuesday from when this is being streamed. And it's going to be our Halloween episode, I believe. And it is, there's gonna be a revolution. Well, Anyway, because there's a factory that's giving off smog, and it's a fairy tale game. It's really strange. Anyway, you should watch it. It's great. Vex is in it. Our friend Aya is in it. And she is, her stuff is with Scotty's stuff on the DM's Guild. If you want to get have a warlock patron who is very nice and gives you cookies, that connection to all on the DM's Guild. And that's it for me.
Copper metal seller. So yeah.
Oh wow,
very nice.
Lluis, what do you got going
on? Well, not much. I'm an artist. I draw a lot. I'm almost 110,000 followers on TikTok. So if you wanna hit it, we're pretty close to the numbers I'm really scared of.
What
other than that, yeah.
Why are you scared of what number?
I don't know. It feels weird because.
Does TikTok do something if you have enough followers? Like YouTube does the little plaque things or whatever?
I don't know. I just start to get weird comments and a lot of people, and it's. And I get a lot of
someone saying
to...
goblins can't be sexy and all that.
Blasphemy.
No goblins allowed, apparently.
It's fine. I've dealt with that on Twitter before. But yeah. Other than that, so I think the Retroverse is available for everyone now on the DM's Guild.
It is on the Drive-Thru RPG.
Drive-Thru RPG, sorry. You should absolutely check that setting. It's Snickles and I have put a lot of effort into it, and a bunch of people helped us. And we're about to finish everything because I think I'm gonna start the art for the high tier supporters and stuff. So it's gonna get really nice.
Nice.
DM Beats book soon.
I know I backed the tier where I have my own creature, so you'll probably be getting. If you get anything about a glowing skeleton, that's mine. Just so you know.
I know I think Snigglesocks has talked to the people with the places, and we're moving into, I don't know what's the next, maybe it's a creature, so if he hasn't contacted you yet, it will be pretty soon.
I already gave him all the info. I know he's very busy with stuff.
That's it?
Yeah, sweet. I think it's called the Player's Mix. If you look that up on D&D Beyond, it will have like the 80s synthwavy kind of vibe on the cover. You'll know that's it.
Yeah, definitely pick it up. I've been able to play in at least 2 one-shots and had a guest appearance in, I think it was the virus campaign.
Corruption.
The corruption campaign. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I hope I can get back into it someday.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Other good news, I just got my cable that my cat chewed through on my tablet today, so I'm taking art commissions again.
Nice.
So if any of you need your D&D characters or whatnot drawn, let me know on Twitter. Shows on the overlay, and we can work out prices. We got a lot of artists here. So right. I think I'm not sure if Lluis is open for commissions or if Callie is, but they are at some points every once in a while. But not Callie right now because she's.
Just commission Scotty. Scotty works really good.
Commission Scotty.
Yeah,
commission Scotty.
Also, she's not available for commissions right now, but my friend at Burger Mama, spelled BURRGER, over on Twitter is the person I've tapped for my cover artwork most of the time. She does really amazing work. Definitely follow her. She needs a lot more. She deserves a lot more followers for the work that she does. She's really good. Yeah, this is her favorite thing to do. So more support for that means she gets to do it more often.
And on that note, thank you everyone for watching, especially watching to this far. Really appreciate it. Thank you for commenting. Sorry if I take forever to dab after you sent me a dab thing at the beginning, but if you got the quack points or whatever it's called on Twitch, then you can make me dab. On that note, bye everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.